What's happening?
Sauce Twins and that boy Henny. Yeah. Too short. Hey, what's happening, y'all?
How y'all living, man? You know, we back like we never left.
Back again.
Yeah, you know.
Bags is in.
You know what time it is. Tax season, goddamn.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, just want to say hello. Summer's been going great. We've been stacked and packed up in this thing like sardines this summer, boy. It ain't smelling like that.
Nah, it ain't smell like that now. I'm gonna have to get that thing checked and get this thing like that now.
Packed in here, boy.
Trap house jumping,
slanging membership.
What? Yeah. Slanging them packs all day.
Hey, nah, but pretty interesting conversation came up on Twitter. That boy Plies. He been talking about football lately.
Oh, my goodness.
He been talking about how the Florida coaches need to step their game up and get paid more. He said they all need to grab hands together out there in Florida and work on getting a higher salary. He's been kind of bringing up a few different topics.
Yeah.
Today's topic, Plies was kind of going on a rant, and he said that on a football team, he said there's two different teams out here. He said you got your coaching staff, the coach and the staff.
Mm-hmm. So that's one team.
That's one team.
Okay.
Versus the parents and the players hunting for scholarships. And that's another team. And I'm guessing what he's seeing and what we see too is that they don't always, the family doesn't blend together. And everybody's not on the same page as far as trying to win, and within winning, the kids being helped and having access to
next level
resources,
to
get them to college for free.
Yeah.
So I pose a question. Now I'm not against the team.
Okay.
On Wednesdays, I make everybody wear camp shirts. You see what I'm saying? But I suppose the question, imagine a society or a world where success wasn't measured on wins, but on how many kids you got into college debt free.
Now that's something.
I'm just saying, let's think about it.
That's something, right? So for me, yes, as a coach, winning is, I guess, how you keep your job, right? Because if you get to losing,
right,
you're gonna be up out of there, right? So if we can win, if that coach can win championships, he gonna be there. But
he got to feed his family, right?
Right. But for me, I think it'll be more, there's more gratification in getting more kids scholarships in opposed to feeding my ego, I guess, as far as being a state champion and I done won this many champions with all these teams. I would rather say I got this many kids into college for free.
Now we're trying to make them
in the
exclusive.
NFL. And now they're in the NFL.
We're trying to make them exclusive. We're saying that. What I'm trying to say is we want to take them apart. Perfect world, yes. Coaching staff, they doing everything they can for the kids, making sure the kids. They hear me out. They having the kids play the position that they're best at, or that they probably should be playing to move on to the next level.
That they're going to play at the next level.
Hey,
now.
Every kid, and I don't want to hear anybody comment talking about, it don't matter where you play, you can play this.
No.
That's not true.
No.
It's not always the case. For elite level guys, yeah, you can take a 6'1" corner or quarter or best athlete, put him at quarterback, and they'll find a spot for him at the next level. But you might have a 5'9" running back. He really played running back. And he nice at running back. But you need a middle linebacker. And this is 6'8" ball. And in high school, he can play middle linebacker. Mm-hmm. And make some tackles and be fine. But for the team, you need him at middle linebacker. But for him to move on to the next level, most likely running back is going to be. And we ain't even saying necessarily maybe D1, maybe it's D2. You know? Maybe
it's true. That happens a lot, though. That happens a lot to where these kids, and I done seen it happen to you too, but it happens a lot to where because we don't have anybody else to play this position and you're the best fit for this position, you're going to play there.
Right.
But it shouldn't be like that. I was in college, I played safety, but then they moved me to linebacker. Right. I wasn't a linebacker, but I was a beast, so I could go and I can play linebacker.
Yeah.
But I sometimes I think, what if I would have stayed at playing safety?
Had more film back there.
Boy. But, you know, it just comes back to the coaches doing at that point, I feel like it's the coach trying to do what's right
for the team.
But sometimes you got to do what's right for the players too.
Do you? Do we?
You need to do what's right. I mean, you don't have to.
Do we? Because
I don't think you have to. But I mean, it would help those kids out a lot more.
Check me out. Here's one situation. We have this athlete. He's coming off of injury, right? Mm-hmm. At the school, they have school workouts. Mm-hmm. Team is there. But he has outside private training that his parents have purchased for him in order to get healthy. Post PT, but he's not back yet. Can't do the things he needs to do with the team. Team ain't doing them at the team for the time. He's just there cheering them on, being a team player. But if they go to their personal trainer, strength coach, whatever you call it, that they have privately outside during that time, because it's the only time they can get in, they could be working on getting better to get back to the team, to get healthy again, working on little things to get healthy again. But the coach don't want them going to the private trainer because that's being selfish. That's being selfish. You going to go train with your trainer is being selfish. I need you here with the team, to be with the team, because this is a team. You need to cheer them on. But while I'm here, I ain't doing nothing. Yep. And you don't even have a plan for me while I'm here.
That's an old school mentality. I feel like that coaches got to get over, because that's being selfish right then and there. Like, you don't want your player to get better. You want him to be with the team.
Doing why they can't even do anything at the time. They can't even participate.
If I'm a coach, I want my players to be the best they can be. If it's getting better here or getting better somewhere else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. But then so then at that point, is the coach really doing what's best for the team?
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Because if that player is hurt and he has the opportunity to go and do post PT or whatever the case may be, he's only gonna come back better for your team, right? So if you're you need to be here because the team needs to see you.
Right.
You're a leader, so they have to see you here, but you're there and you're not doing nothing. You're not really gonna be helping the team like that.
Right.
You're not doing nothing to make yourself better or the team better. So then at that point, the kid loses because he not right, and the team loses because he ain't gonna be ready when he get back.
I'm just saying, if I'm working out, you on the sideline cheering me on. Ain't
don't say nothing.
Look, he said, don't say nothing. Hey. What you say?
Tuck.
I think it speaks more volume. Hey, so and so ain't here, but we know where he's at. He's over there putting in work. You know, compared to so-and-so ain't here, and we know he's just chilling at the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And going back to your original question, man, I feel like even if a kid gets a scholarship, it can still be not a reflection of the coach. You know what I'm saying? Because I've
Okay.
To where that coach really didn't have anything to do with that kid getting that scholarship.
You know, I don't want to point any fingers, but
So do the coaches have or not?
I think they do because coaches done messed up a lot of kids' lives.
No, I agree.
But on the flip of that, they've also helped a lot, right?
Yes, they have, right? So there's always two sides to the coin. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know
Unless
if I could
that
just
coin
say,
is stuck on the ground on some gum. It's only one side. And sometimes that happens.
I don't know.
As a coach, man, you worried about wins. Just be real about it. You're not worried about getting kids into college. That's secondary.
Okay. So it's secondary.
It's the secondary, man. Some kids gonna get it regardless.
It's just gonna happen for them. So they just like,
Right.
I'm gonna worry about winning.
And if the kid gets a
If
scholarship,
they get a scholarship, they get a scholarship. Great. They don't. They don't. That's why you see guys playing so out of position.
Yeah, plain and simple. I'm trying to get everybody in the.
But the great ones do both.
Right.
The great ones do both.
Right. So there's a difference now.
The great ones
a
do both, but there's a
difference in the
reason
coaching.
why there's only a few great.
You hand pick them. You hand pick. You count them on my hands. You know, because they do. Because at that point, I don't know. They just got a formula, man. They not too worried about the wins. I think they got the right mix of, okay, I really have this athlete or this kid's, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
I mean, let's look at some of these schools in Texas who, they've won a couple state championships. You got some who they got a great system. You might have one kid get a scholarship, and the other kids kind of know, I ain't got it, but I'm gonna do my part for the team. You got some schools who, man, they got 11 D1 athletes across the board, and they also have good coaching too.
Yeah.
So
I think the problem. So this is what happens. I think kids and the parents lose faith or never have the faith in the coaches from jump, so they don't have any trust in just, you know what? If you have to play linebacker, go play linebacker. I trust that he's doing everything he can to try to help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like.
But that just comes from track record then. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know, man.
If it's something that the coach has been doing and they've had other players to where they put them out of position and those kids are still getting scholarships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. He done did it before. This is something that he does.
All right.
He still wins, but he's still getting them kids scholarships.
So where do you want to go? Say you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go to the school that you want to go to the school that maybe they make the playoffs because it's 4 teams make the playoffs in these districts. But let's say you make the playoffs, but you out first round, second round every year, but kids are getting scholarships, right? You want that team? I'm talking about, I ain't saying like you got one guy. I'm talking about 7, 8 guys. You want to play there? Or would you like to go to a team that goes to state every year, dang near? They ain't running for state almost every year, but there ain't no scholarship teams. If you coming out of 8th grade and you had to choose, go to the team that's going to go to state, they got all these state championships, or go to the team that's sending kids to college, which way do you go?
That's a good question. That's tough because winning is everything. Winning is everything now. But for me,
but that's why I posed the question.
Right. For me, the win is going to be to get to college. That's going to be my.
That's why I'm posing. What's the success?
That's going to be my win.
It depends on who you are too. if you coming from a background, I'm gonna get to college even if I don't have a scholarship. My parents got the funds. I already got a college fund. I want me state champion. I'm gonna go get the ring. But if you like, I don't.
You gotta get
It's either that or community college. If that.
That comes
you
into
want
play
that.
too.
You don't care. You don't care if you go 0-10. I want that scholarship.
That does
That's all
come
I
into
want.
play too.
And I don't know.
But people will call you selfish for that.
They will.
Let them.
For taking care of yourself. They'll call you
They
selfish.
call you selfish for that. But
Let
guess
them.
what? My thing is, I struggle with is that after those 4 years, your time is up.
That's it.
You don't get another shot at it.
So why not do what you want to do?
You don't get another shot. And a lot of the coaches, they have next year,
Yep.
the year after that,
Yep.
the year after that, the year after that. You get fired, you can go get another coaching job.
Right.
The year after that, the year after that, the year after that. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, we have great relationships with our coaches in this community. But this is a conversation that I
Yeah.
feel like we need to have.
Yeah.
And maybe we can even get a few coaches in our community to get on the show to actually have this conversation. Like, what does it look like internally? And is it even on your agenda?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is there even a plan? Do you have a plan to get these kids out of there? Or do we just have a game plan for the games?
For the games. Because really, how are we measuring success?
I'm telling you. They looking at these wins.
But,
They
Haley,
looking at these wins.
Haley brought up a good point that team sports are unique because it creates this culture where it's not about you. That's what makes team sports so special. Is you doing everything for someone else. Like, you're working for the team. You put the team first. You do the team first. But I hate to say it, but the truth is, I don't hate to say it, but the truth is that sometimes putting the team first hurt. It'll hurt you.
It does. You got to look out for yourself first.
I'm gonna bring up another one.
Okay, mess with him.
Hey, and this one hit home. I'm not gonna say any names, but shout out because you know who you are, and not trying to step on any toes. I'm just being honest.
That's all we know how to be now.
Not even gonna say what level, but you gonna know. We had a star player get put on special teams in the front line of kick return
For what?
when he shouldn't have been. But guess what? It's for the team. And this player got hurt.
Right. So now.
You put him in.
So now what you doing to the team?
Right,
What
we hurt
did
the
you
team.
do? You hurt the team.
And you hurt this person's career for an opportunity at the next level. You see what I'm saying? So we're so quick to think about team when it's not the best thing for the team.
Right.
Because that individual, you putting that individual in harm's way or in a way that ain't the best for them, which ultimately not the best for the team.
Putting them out of position, really.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many different times I've seen we need to do what's best for the team.
That's what I'm saying. Them coaches, they worried about self.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't nobody immune, right?
Right.
But when the kids worry about themselves, they selfish.
Yes. Them coaches worry about self because if they're not winning, they gone.
Understood. You got to feed your family,
Yes,
right? Understood.
absolutely.
But how can we make this work? We can make it work. We see it work.
Plenty of times.
We see it work.
Plenty.
I'm gonna tell you what you got to do. You got to coach a little harder. You got to try to build a relationship with these kids a little bit more. You have to earn trust just like you give it. You see what I'm saying? You want to earn the kids' trust,
If you ain't got their trust, it's
Like,
it's
my
a
thing-
done-dada.
You want them to trust you,
Can they trust you?
right?
Can they trust you? Ooh.
You want the kids to trust you, but you're not trying to prove it.
Ooh, wee.
My thing is nobody's immune. Like, you got to go and earn it. It don't matter. Like, even you see with the younger kids, little kid, like I went to go see my godson, Liam. Went to go see him in Houston. He don't really know me like that because they live in Houston. So then I try to be like, hey man, you have to come to my house. He like, I'm staying with daddy. I'm like, why not, man? You don't want to hang out with us? We're gonna have fun. You're like,
Don't know you like
don't
that.
know you like that. Trust. I think that both ways we need to start working to prove that we're trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Even to the kids. That's not saying that they shouldn't respect you. They still gonna need to respect you because you're the adult in the room. But man, you need to prove it.
But some coaches, boy, I'm just thinking about my high school situation. Some coaches just like they'll really mess up a kid's life, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I had letters thrown away.
I don't understand that. I've seen it firsthand. Coaches hiding letters for
Why?
the reason I don't know. I guess they don't want the kid to get big headed. They want to keep the
I
kid
want my
humble.
kids
so I can
swaggerific. Go ahead, get this letter, boy. You getting recruited.
What?
That might motivate him. They thinking the wrong way.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
You tell a kid,
Tell a kid.
man, Big Five looking at you.
Yeah.
He gonna act a little different on that field for you.
He gonna go.
He gonna turn up. Boy, I had my high school coach told coaches that I wasn't dedicated. I'm talking about big schools. Because I missed the first 2 games because I had to go to some weddings. Told him I wasn't dedicated.
And that wasn't your fault. This was a parent's decision.
Of course can I stay? Mom and daddy say, no, what I'm going to do?
Right. And see, in that right there, let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. Here's the difference. If we got a game this Friday and you come to me and you like, hey man, my mom's saying I gotta go to this family wedding. We're gonna be out of town. This is huge tradition for us. If I really want you, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm driving to Eric Henry house tonight.
What? I'm going
Hey
to
son,
talk to him.
hey, when I get off work, no problem. I'm knocking on the door. Henry gotta be there. Eric Henry gotta be there. We need him. And I guarantee you, if that coach would have went in there and be like, look, he can come stay with me. I promise. I'm so sorry. We really, really need him to be there.
Mama and daddy would have let me stay.
They was gonna let you stay.
Mama and daddy would have let me stay. But he wasn't. But that wasn't the person he was, though.
See what that's the difference.
That's not the person he was. Because when I got back, they went 1-1 in them 2 games. When I got back, he called me in the office and said, see, we don't need you to win.
Oh, what kind of? That's
See, we don't need you to win. I had a
These
few
coaches
choice words for him.
What you expect? He's acting immature.
Boy, that's what I'm saying. Like, they be thinking about self a lot of times.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, true story. No cap.
That's amazing.
No cap.
That's
Went
amazing.
1-1. They don't need me to win.
That is amazing.
Sometimes we give coaches the benefit of the doubt. Like off the rip, he's a great coach. He's a coach. He has to be a stand up, whatever, great qualities. Nah, he might be a person.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat him.
On my bad. On my fault.
It's all good. Hey,
He might be a bad person. A bad person is gonna be a bad coach.
but you know what?
Come
And
on,
guess what?
tripping.
That's okay. Like, not that it's okay, but that's the world we live in.
Life.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
fight through
like it's
adversity.
interesting. Like there are a few. We're not gonna get into it. We only talk about coaches today, but there are a few occupations out there that you can't criticize. You say something about
Right,
this
right,
occupation.
right.
And no. They do. No, that's
what they do and putting their life on.
That's not the
not
truth.
getting to that.
It's okay. We're not
You
getting.
gonna
But
have
it's
to
not
figure
the
that out
truth. That's not the truth. In every occupation, you're gonna have good and bad. And I'm okay with giving the benefit of the doubt initially, because that's what we should do. We should expect the good in people, right? Till they show us different. But once you show us different, over and
Boy.
over and over and over, I don't care how much time you volunteer. You chose to do that job. You chose to be in that occupation. You knew what came along with the occupation. So don't throw that in people's face when it comes to you getting criticized. Because nobody's immune to the criticism. I don't understand that.
Let's backtrack back to the wins. So, would you play a senior? You trying to get him a scholarship, but you got a sophomore phenom. You know he gonna give you some good junior senior year. Do you play that senior to try to get him in college, get him some film, or do you play that sophomore who you know he needs the experience? Maybe right
Saw
away.
he a phenom?
Right away.
Hold on. Who better?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. The
I'm gonna
senior
play the
been
best
playing.
player.
They both play the same position.
Right.
I'm gonna play the best player.
The
That's all I can say.
The sophomore has an edge on him.
That's
he,
all.
don't, he don't have the experience, but he needs it.
Hey, but guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play the best player.
All the best players play for me. I don't care.
I'm gonna play the best player, right? See, I guess. Okay, we're gonna have to circle back around. I'm not saying this is black and white. It's not cut. I don't have it figured out. I'm gonna try to play the best player, right?
Yeah.
But then I need to look at who my best 11 are. So I'm gonna take my best 11 and we're gonna hit the field, right?
Yep.
With the best 11. So let's backtrack again. So maybe the running back ain't playing running back because he ain't the best 11 on offense, but he the best 11 on defense.
Both of them players gonna find somewhere to play on the field.
But you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying we got it figured out. I'm saying how can we figure it out?
You know, I think some of these coaches need to kind of help on recruiting services. You know, like help the kid understand what he needs to score to get into college.
Hey, you hit the nail on the head.
The head on the nail. God dang it.
You hit it on the head. Guess what?
That's true.
Some of the coaches need a little bit of recruiting service help.
Yeah.
And guess what, coaches? It's okay for you to have help from a recruiting service.
They only want help though.
But guess what, though? Every kid is not found.
No.
There's too many colleges, first of all. There's way too many colleges. Why bank on if you can play, they're going to find you? Why not bank on let's get the most resources we can to be found? How about we bank on that?
I don't want to.
We need to bank on that.
Them resources cost.
Let's get the resources, but you ain't paying for them. Put them in front of the parents so they know. How about you what you call it, endorse? How about you find somebody that you endorse so that you like, man, this kid right here, he probably not gonna be a D1 guy. Some of these other guys getting recruited, they're getting all the looks, but this guy, he can play football maybe on the D2 level, you know.
Right.
So he needs more exposure. He needs to give somebody that's working with him full time. These other guys, they just kind of jumping off the page because they 6'4", 220 pounds, 230 pounds. They're going to jump off.
But then they didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't do it.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Who did it.
Right. But they didn't do it.
It don't matter how they got there. It just matter that they there.
Right. But I didn't get them there.
You think they care about that?
I do. The same way, you know.
Trainers do the same thing. There you go.
I didn't want to say.
There you go. Trainers do the same thing. Trainers be trying to say that they got the kids.
You know?
We ain't got no kids in the college.
Nobody.
Zero.
None. They did what they needed to do to get themselves.
We
there.
didn't get. We was just a part of the process. The kids that you see up here on the wall, the college flags that you see on the wall, are just a testament to the kids that we trained. It doesn't mean that we got them into college.
We ain't getting nobody there.
I didn't do the reps for them. I'll tell them. I tell them every day. I done my reps.
What?
These reps is for you. I can't do the rep for you.
Tell them you got to cook it yourself, my boy.
And eat it. And eat it too. I can't eat your calories.
For real. For real though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sending kids to college, man.
Legacy.
If I figure if I'm sending kids to college anyways, I'ma still keep my job. If I got big,
I might argue that.
if I got,
I'm gonna go to the office. I'm going to the office arguing that.
if I got SEC schools, Big 12 schools,
You not winning?
all up in the school
Well, you're not
every
winning.
year.
So what they gonna say is that Coach Henry, you ain't do that. These kids are talented.
Talented, and you
That's-
ain't
and
doing
you ain't
nothing.
winning with them.
We
ain't winning with 'em.
We just lost in the second round of the playoffs.
So you got out.
winning. We winning. We might not win the whole shebang because we ain't got all D1 athletes on the field.
You don't need all D1
But I
athletes.
know,
doing the
I'm
whole
just
thing.
talking. But okay, make it to the playoffs. I got all these schools coming up in here.
Liberty Hill, they got maybe one or two, maybe one,
If them kids,
but they go to state championship.
if them kids know that them schools is gonna be up in that school looking. If I'm in high school and I know that every year, Big 12, SEC, they come into my practices, I'm gonna go a little harder. I'm gonna go a little harder because I know they coming to watch me. They coming to watch
What
me.
they got to do with
You gotta find that balance, man. Like
With
you,
the coaching?
you gotta win.
I'm just saying, I
At the
would
same
rather
time,
get my
you wanna put I feel like there's more
get my
pride
kids in college.
putting those kids into the D2, the D3s, because I feel like the D1s, you know, they gonna be found, Tuck.
D1s.
They gonna be found, man. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of. No, I
Yeah.
say size will be found.
Size will be found.
Yeah.
Potential.
Yeah.
The kid is
There's
6'1". He may
'cause
not
I-
have done anything, but what
'cause-
can he do? Maybe
Because
You know what I'm saying?
I see guys that have had the stats, but they're 2 inches too short for the recruiting board,
Right.
and they tear people up Friday night. The guys that are 2 inches taller that got the
Right.
D1 offers.
Yeah. Getting those kids in to D2, D whatever, I feel like that's more important than getting these kids who have multiple offers. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta really do nothing about that. But
Hey, but let's go into this on the college level. National championships or just a pool of just getting to the league every year. Think about it. You got guys like you even got UMHB.
League.
You got you got UMHB. Now we've had a few guys had the opportunity to go, but I'm gonna say we underrepresented.
Absolutely.
We underrepresented big time.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm
But-
saying? So would you rather go and have that experience, go back to that alumni, love my school, go back, rings every year, conference championship rings, runs to the national championship every year, top flight service, everything we get top flight. But when it comes to knocking that door down for more guys to get in the league, I'm looking across the way. It's schools that ain't winning. Got guys going to the league, just team straight trash.
League. Going to the league.
But
So you
you
talking
got
about as a
league
coach?
guys on the UMHB squad.
I know. Right.
Size, everything. What I don't know. I just struggle with. I don't know.
I don't know. This is
It's
a
a
question. This is a question.
The recruiting and scouting thing is very.
It's you can't figure it out.
Can't.
You can't figure it out, bro. Ain't no way. I don't know what they looking for, what they want. I figured they don't want ballers. Sometimes I be like, y'all not really looking for ballers. Y'all not.
For most of the time though, I can understand maybe the skill. I mean the bigs, like okay, O-line, You need a 6'6".
Yeah,
6'5".
that's a size difference. But when it
Yeah.
comes to the skill
To
players,
the skill
bro,
guys, that really do. I just kind of be like, okay, you got a 5'9" guy, straight dog stats film, and you got a 5'11", 6 foot guy that
doo-doo.
he got some potential, but it just it's not
doo-doo.
like that 5'9" guy.
Yeah, that 5'9" guy gonna be sitting.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, ain't no way to figure it
I
out.
mean, it's like if you were a scout and you're the GM and I bring you the stats, you know, what
On
pumps
paper.
out to you, you know.
On paper.
Yeah, 5'9", 6'1". You gonna invest more in this 6'1" guy? Like, well, it's just,
You know what's happening? You know what's happening? The film ain't getting seen.
It can't be.
You got to pass the eye test before I look at the film.
But it shouldn't be like that.
First, I'm gonna try to sneak the film in there on you.
It shouldn't
Check that
be
film out.
like
You know how
that,
tall
bro.
he is. You just first of all, you showing the film like that kid right there. He's 6 foot. He out there killing him. Like that kid right there. He's 5'9". Then get the papers. Hey man, you were wrong. That guy was 5'9". What'd you think about it now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. I understand size is important. I understand that. But I don't know. Your legacy. We mutually exclusive. They're different. You can't have both. State championships. Kids in college.
College.
Which one? Where you at? Where do you stand? As a coach. I'm talking about as a coach. You the coach. Where you stand? South Twins.
Hey, turn your notifications on.
I'll at your boy.
Share.
I'm in the mix today.
Hashtag Sauce Twins.
Hashtag ass Sauce Twins.
There it is.
It's the Sauce Twins and a henny
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
What will you sacrifice to be great?